Dear students, we are discussing solution chapter. So in this class, let us discuss vapor pressure, vapor pressure, vapor pressure of solids in liquids. Vapor pressure of solids in liquids. So that is the vapor pressure of solutions of solids in liquids. Let us consider a pure solvent. Let us consider a pure solvent taken in a container. So this is a pure solvent. And whenever this pure solvent is covered by a closed container, the molecules of pure liquid or pure solvent get vaporized to vapor phase. So this is a vapor phase, vapor state, vapor phase or vapor state, where the molecules of pure solvent vaporizes and collected in the vapor phase, so that these vapors exerts vapor pressure over the surface of solvent, because in pure solvent the overall surface of liquid is covered by solvent molecules only. Here there is no other component. In the pure solvent, the overall or the entire surface of liquid is covered by solvent molecules only, so that the solvent molecules, liquid molecules vaporizes and the vapors are collected in the vapor phase. They exert the vapors in the vapor phase exert vapor pressure. This is the vapor pressure exerted by the vapors over the surface of liquid or solvent, so that the pressure exerted by the vapors on the surface of liquid is more. So that is because in pure solvent only the surface of solvent covered by the vapors, liquid molecules, so that the vapor phase and liquid phase, solvent phase are at equilibrium. The pressure exerted by these vapors on the surface of liquid is called as the vapor pressure of liquid. So this is possible only when there is a equilibrium between the vapor phase and liquid phase. So this is the equilibrium state. So that is so in the pure solvent the pressure exerted by the vapors is more, because the entire surface of the solvent is covered by only one type of molecules, that is solvent molecules. But whenever a non-volatile solute is dissolved in the solvent, then solution is formed. In that solution, components of solute and component of solvent both also present. Hence, the surface of solution is covered. The surface of solution is covered by solvent molecules and solute particles. As a result, so the escaping tendency of liquid molecules or solvent molecules from the solution decreases. So that means very less number of vapors are observed in the vapor state in the solution. So let us take a solution containing non-volatile solute. So this is a solution. vessel. So in this solution, solute which is non-volatile. So non-volatile solute plus solvent is present. Whenever this solution container is covered by a closed vessel, then in this solution, the total surface area, of solution is due to the presence of non-volatile solute plus solvent molecules. So that so the escaping tendency of solvent molecules decreases. So that very less number of solvent molecules are observed in the vapor state. So this is a vapor state or vapor phase. ಯಾಕೆ ವೇಪರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನ್ ವೋಲಟೈಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನ್ ವೋಲಟೈಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ವೇಪರೈಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ವೇಪರೈಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ವೇಪರೈಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆದರೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ which is non volatile. ಆ ಸಾಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಗ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ಆಸ್ ಎ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೇಪರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದಟ್ ವೇಪರ್ಸ್ in the vapor state is also very less. So that means vapor pressure of solution is reduced than the vapor pressure of pure solvent. Pure solvent ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಒಂದು solvent molecules ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. The total surface area of solvent is covered by only solvent molecules. So they have a tendency, solvent molecules have a tendency to escape into the vapor state. So more number of vapors are observed in the vapor state. More pressure is exerted by the vapors over the surface of solvent. So vapor pressure increases. So in the pure solvent, but whenever a non-volatile solute is dissolved in the solvent, solution is formed. Now the total surface area of that solution is due to the presence of non-volatile solute particles and solvent molecules. Because of non-volatile solute, it will not allow non-volatile solute particles do not allow the solvent molecules to escape into the vapor state from the solution. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ non-volatile solute particles solvent molecules ನ vapor state vaporize ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ವೋ ಆವಾಗ less number of solvent molecules are observed in the vapor state and less vapor pressure is observed in the solution. Because vapor pressure reduce ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And the lower the decrease in vapor pressure of solution is due to the quantity of non-volatile solute present in the solution. ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ non-volatile solute is dissolved in the solvent to form solution. If greater quantity of non-volatile solute is present in the solution, very less vapor pressure is observed in the solution. Very less non-volatile solute is present, somewhat greater vapor pressure is observed in the solution. So totally vapor pressure of solution is less than vapor pressure of pure solvent. ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ what happens to the vapor pressure of a solution or a liquid when a non-volatile solute is dissolved in it? Say take sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is non-volatile solute. When it is dissolved in water, sodium chloride solution is formed. Sodium chloride solution ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ vaporization of solvent molecules from NaCl solution decreases. So pressure exerted by the vapors over the NaCl solution also decreases. But if we consider only water, water molecules, pure water molecules escapes into the vapor state and pressure exerted by that water molecules in the vapor state also increases over the pure liquid water. But NaCl solution anta tagondre a non-volatile NaCl is present in the solution, so that pressure exerted by the molecules over NaCl solution also decreases. Greater the amount of non-volatile solute in the solution, smaller is the vapor pressure of the solution. Whenever a non-volatile solute is dissolved in the water to form a solution, then the surface area, total surface area of solution is covered by a non-volatile solute particles and solvent molecules in the solution, and the vapors into the vapor phase decreases in the solution. Pressure exerted by that vapors also decreases. Totally vapor pressure of solution decreases when a non-volatile solute is dissolved in the solvent than vapor pressure of pure solvent, because in pure solvent the total surface area of liquid is covered by only one type of molecule, solvent molecules. They have a tendency to escape into the vapor state, and pressure exerted by the vapors over the surface of liquid at equilibrium increases. So vapor pressure of solution decreases when a non-volatile solute is dissolved into the liquid or a solution. Next, Raoult's law. Raoult's law. Raoult's law as a special case. Raoult's law as a special case of Henry's law. Raoult's law as a special case of Henry's law. Henry's law, we discussed that at constant temperature, solubility of a gas in liquid is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas, in the solution. That is, Henry's law states that solubility of a gas in liquid at a given temperature is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas over the solution or on the surface of a solution or liquid. And Raoult's law we discussed at constant temperature for a binary solution of two volatile components, two volatile liquids, the partial pressure exerted by each component in the solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that component in the solution. So according to Raoult's law, according to Raoult's law, let P1 be the one of the volatile component present in the binary solution. Two volatile components combine to form a binary solution. In that binary solution, let P1 be the partial vapor pressure, of component 1 in the binary solution. So according to Rolle's law, if we consider a binary solution of two volatile liquids or two volatile components, let P1 be the partial vapor pressure of component 1 and X1 be the mole fraction of component 1, and P01 be the vapor pressure of pure component, pure component 1. So then according to Rolle's law, in a binary solution of two volatile components, two volatile liquids, partial vapor pressure of one of the component is directly proportional to mole fraction of that component in the solution. P1 proportional to X1 at the same temperature. So then proportionality sign is removed. P1 is equal to P01 into X1. So here P01 is the partial vapor pressure of pure component 1. So this Rolle's law equation. So this is the Rolle's law. Partial vapor pressure of component 1 in the binary solution. According to Henry's law, at constant temperature, pressure exerted by the gas above the surface of solution P directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas of the solution P proportional to X. So at the same temperature. So then remove the proportionality sign and introduce KH. KH is called as Henry's constant. So P is equal to KH into X. Look at both the equations of Rolle's law and Henry's law. So this is according to Henry's law. P is equal to KH into X. So that is Henry's law. According to Henry's law. So this is according to P1 is equal to P01 into X1 is according to Rolle's law. In both the expressions, in both the laws, pressure, partial pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction. Hence, we can draw a graph of vapor pressure according to Rolle's law. Vapor pressure P, taking along y-axis, and mole fraction taking along x-axis. Then a straight line is obtained passing through the origin with the slope of P01. So this is the graph linear. So a straight line is obtained when vapor pressure is plotted along y-axis and mole fraction is plotted along the x-axis. This linear straight line passing through the origin is exactly the graph according to the Henry's law. Even according to the Henry's law also, pressure exerted on the solution is directly proportional to mole fraction. So then straight line is obtained with the slope is equals to kh. So according to both the laws, Rolle's law expression and according to Henry's law expression, so we plotted both the graphs. According to both the graphs, in both the graphs we obtained a straight line. Hence, Rolle's law is the special case of Henry's law. Rolle's law is the special case of Henry's law. In both the graphs, slope equal to P01 is equal to kh. So that means Henry's law constant kh is the slope obtained according to Henry's law, and P01 is the slope obtained according to Rolle's law. So that P01 according to Rolle's law is equal to Henry's law constant kh according to Henry's law. So Rolle's law and Henry's law are similar. So both also depending on the vapor pressure and mole fraction. This in both the laws, vapor pressure or partial pressure is directly varies with the mole fraction.